I have just been to try on the $17,000 top-of-the-range gold Apple Watch, and I have come away sorely disappointed. If you've got the cash, the device is fantastic, but the staff members were totally unprepared. Apple's first new product category in 5 years is almost here. Pre-orders and try-on sessions for the Apple Watch began Friday morning, letting potential customers get their hands on the Cupertino company's first wearable device, though it's not available to actually take home until April 24, or more likely, weeks later. I had booked appointments at the Apple Store at Covent Garden, London, for both the Sport model and the Standard model, and a separate visit for the Apple Watch Edition. The display models are protected by plate glass, so you can't just walk in off the street and try one on. First up was the Budget Sport, which retails from £299, and Standard Apple Watch, which costs between £749 and £949. These try-on sessions are handled on the shop floor. Each customer is taken to a spot at a display table. The actual watches you try on are unresponsive and run only programmed demos, but there is also an interactive watch mounted in a display unit you can try out. This means you can get an idea of how the user interface works in theory, but you still can't get an idea of how the Apple Watch works on the wrist. Some reviews have said you need to do exaggerated hand motions to automatically activate the device, for example, but this is impossible to test in-store. The Apple Store employee who guided me through the Standard models was great. He was engaging, enthusiastic, and had something positive to say about every model. The metal link band was sophisticated, the Milanese band was very personal, and the Sport was more fun and active. He was even effusive about the Apple Watch Edition after I mentioned I was trying it on later. He seemed pretty knowledgeable about the smartwatch, and the only real downside was the limited selection available in the drawer for me to test. I had to opt for the 42mm instead of the 38mm blue leather strap Apple Watch, for example. Not just any Apple Store employee can help you try on the luxury device. These employees are required to be specially trained, and there was a short wait while a qualified employee was tracked down. Once a suitable helper was found, I was ushered upstairs to a private conference room, where I could try on the device away from the general public and the hordes of media taking photos. I had the room to myself for most of my session. Another customer came in for a trial session toward the end and was seated at the opposite end of the room. I was offered the use of a Mac Pro while there, and given bottled water to refresh myself. So far, so good. Prospective Apple Watch Edition buyers can try only one device at a time. The watches are kept in a special safe in a private area of the store and are brought out only when requested. A security guard guides the Apple Watch Edition through the store each time, and in practice this means a wait of several minutes for each device. The first I tested out was the high-end yellow gold Apple Watch Edition with a red leather strap. It comes in a special charging box that feels reassuringly solid and high quality and would not look tacky sitting on a bedside table. But the Apple Store employee who was assigned to guide me through the device was far less fluid and knowledgeable than the assistant I had when trying on the lower-end models. I started off with a simple question: what kind of leather is it? He had to look it up on the Apple website. Next, I had heard some things about a special kind of gold used. Could he explain this a bit? Again, he didn't know, and had to look it up in the online promotional materials. I asked whether he had the rose gold edition model with the fluoroelastomer strap. He didn't know and had to check the website. That store didn't have it. The devices arrived in the stores only late Thursday night, and Friday morning is the first hands-on experience the staff has had with the devices. But these are precisely the details that someone in the market for a luxury watch would be interested in, and you expect a higher level of customer service when you're shopping for a product that carries such a huge price tag. When I asked questions about the security of the device, he had to defer to a manager who came in to check in on us. He also put the watch on my wrist upside down at one point, and when it came to putting it away, he couldn't work out how the box worked.